I'm Tamara Smith. This is my persuasive speech for Communications 101, Liberty University Online. Imagine, if you will, that you're making your morning rounds around the grounds of the hotel in China where you work. And then imagine your surprise when you come across a 40-year-old baby girl abandoned in the parking lot. This baby girl was our daughter. And several years ago, when I heard the plight of these little girls being abandoned in China, God placed a call upon my heart, and I was obedient. With so many children in the world needing good Christian families to adopt them, don't look for excuses to look away. Either adopt or provide resources for families who desire to adopt to make it possible. The number of orphans around the world continually grows, and God calls us to look after these orphans in their time of distress. Some of us can answer this call by adopting. Some of us can answer this call by offering aid. According to the Show Hope website, which is an orphan care website set up by Stephen Curtis Chapman, Christian singer, there are 140 to 160 million orphans worldwide. Every 18 seconds, a child becomes an orphan. Of these orphans worldwide, 43.4 million are from Africa, 87.6 million are from Asia, and 12.4 million are from South America and the Caribbean. Some reasons for these startling statistics are the AIDS epidemic in Africa, children being abandoned due to poverty, population control, or perceived disabilities, or the desire to raise a son versus a daughter, which we believe was the case with our daughter who was abandoned in China. There's a one-child-only policy in China, and we believe that either her parents decided that they would rather have a son, or she was possibly a second child. James 1:27 tells us that religion, pure and undefiled before God, is this, to visit orphans in their distress. Statistics show, though, that the rate of adoptions worldwide is not keeping up with the rate of children being orphaned. Statistics from the year 2008 show that there were 813,000 adoptions in the United States. But in the United States alone, at any given time, there are over 104,000 waiting children in the foster care system to be adopted. This is according to a website called Adopt Us Kids, which is a website you can get on and view the orphans or the foster children who are waiting to be adopted. In 2011, there were 9,319 international adoptions in the United States, with a majority of these being Chinese and Ethiopian being the second largest number. And this is according to the United States Department of Health and Family Services. As Christians called by God to care for these orphans, what can we do to cause the orphan population to go down and the adoption numbers to go up? Well, you can adopt. You can adopt domestically from the foster care system, and as I said, you can get on the website Adopt Us Kids and take a look at these children who are waiting to be adopted. Or you can adopt from a foreign country, which my husband and I did. It worked out great for our family. Don't let the fear of not being able to afford your adoption hinder you if you feel God's placed this upon your heart. You can apply for grants, have fundraisers, and there's also an adoption tax credit, which has taken over a few years, which you can recoup your adoption expenses on your tax returns. However, if you don't feel that the Lord has called you to adopt, there are other ways that you can help. You can become an adoption advocate, help raise funds for families who desire to adopt, and get involved in the life of a foster child by becoming a mentor or a tutor or a CASA, which is a court-appointed social advocate. Or you can become a foster parent. Caring for the fatherless is important to God. And the number of fatherless children is growing around the world due to social issues and diseases. God calls us to help these children in their distress. But even if you do not feel that God has called you to adopt, you can still offer help to these children across the world. A great place for information to start is as I stated before, the Show Hope website. Show Hope is an organization started by Stephen Curtis Chapman and his wife, and it's for orphan care. And he started this after he and his wife adopted three little girls from China. The website's a great place to find out where to begin the process of adoption, or it can guide you to other resources and other ways you can help orphans around the world. As I mentioned at the beginning of my speech, that little girl found in the parking lot of that Nanjing City Hotel was our daughter. And in 2005, we traveled to China and adopted her. I hate to think of what her life would be like had she not been adopted. This past August, Isabella was baptized into the family of God. Had she been left in that orphanage, she would have never been given the opportunity to know her Lord and Savior. Thank you.